Jim was the guy who wrote the search warrants for the DNA on Paul and Daniel Kingston and some other brothers to prove that incest was happening within the order.
There is a head of the church, Paul Kingston. He is both the spiritual and political and business leader of the order.
It's a felony to practice incest. Hey, Jim.
How you doing? Come on in.
So how are you?
Doing well. How about you?
I'm good. Why in the world does law enforcement not do anything about the Kingstons, the order, Paul?
The problem is they're called closed society because nobody can get an in on it.
Sure.
Without substantial amounts of work and intel and everything else like I did.
That sounds like a good cop.
I know. The person who had been working the closed society investigations decided he didn't want the job anymore, so they asked me if I wanted to do it. The Attorney General at the time, Mark Shurtleff, asked me if I would look into the possibility of welfare fraud crimes, financial crimes, crimes against children, crimes against women.
Tell me about Shurtleff, because I've heard a lot about him in different ways.
Well, he always seemed to have my back as far as what I was doing.
Why did you take the polygamy role?
The Kingstons, they just don't care. They just don't care about the women and kids.
So then you did, and so you want to do something about it.
Yeah.
Like every good cop would, right?
Hopefully. I think the information that I received from 3 women who were willing to talk to me about nefarious dealings of the Kingstons as far as sexual encounters with their half-sisters and first cousins was what first got me started with the incest and DNA investigation. And I'm thinking, man, this is horrible. How do I find a niche? What do I do to get in and start maybe causing the crumble of the Kingstons?
Now, I've been dying to talk to somebody about this because when I heard about it, I couldn't believe it. The DNA warrants.
Yeah.
Did you write the warrants?
I did. I worked on those search warrants for probably 6 to 9 months and presented them to 2 different district court judges.
Mm-hmm. Sign them off.
Sign them off. Go get them.
So you get your teams together.
And it was a lot of people who were going to have. I knew that I was going to need a resource to do the buccal swabs, tactical team support. This isn't going to be a SWAT raid per se.
Right.
But I had all these pieces of the puzzle in place. We're probably a couple days away. And I get word that we're not going to play. We're not going to do it.
How could you do your job when they just ripped it out from under you? That hurt you.
Well, it didn't make me feel good, let's say that.
I think we can all say that's horse.
I felt that it had a really good chance of putting together 30-plus incest cases. So I was devastated for the 3 women who given me a lot of information so that I could put these cases together. I still feel that I really let the 3 people down that trusted me to take this ball and run with it. I just didn't get to the goal line.
But you just got a phone call saying we're not doing it.
I don't know if it was a phone call or if it was a face-to-face. I don't remember.
Nobody talked to you.
Nope.
Nobody told you.
I never got a reason as to why it got shut down. I have no idea.
All right. So if we break it down, you were at the AG's office, so it came from somewhere in the AG's office.
Right.
There's a name, there's a picture, there's something that circulates in your mind when all this stuff comes up.
It's like one of the unsolved mysteries that'll haunt me till I die.
I think Jim is one of those guys who sits up at night and thinks of what if only they would have let me do those warrants, how things could be different if only they would have let me do that. And I think it haunts him.